Thank you for joining me on this here journey as we go through and go ahead and add some finish and finish up this here catch-all tray. Alright, we're going to go ahead and work through our grits here, knocking down the sharp edges of the magnetic holders, getting down into the little corners and tight spots that we can't reach with a sander. We're only going to go about 220 grit over here in these magnetic spots, as not much stuff's going to be touching up in there or going in anything along with, and then all the other edges and face and everything is going to be about up to 600 grit, and from 600 grit we're going to polish it up from 1,000 to 2,000, 3,000, and 4,000, all with polishing compound in between. Now, I am hitting this live edge a little bit more than the faces currently, because I didn't realize I had forgotten that I only sanded up to about, I want to say about 180 grit on there, so I got to work my way up, back up to the 600 grit like the faces got, and then from there I'm going to work on the faces and get them up to rework them with about 600 grit. From there we're going to go ahead and, polish her up. As you see here, I'm starting to add the compound and, starting to kind of damp wet sand it and get everything polished up to that 4,000 grit, remove any, sandy marks, or I want to say like the fine scratches you'll see along with, the sanding process. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and come in here with the last step of polishing with that 4,000 grit pad and some compound. Get her all nice and polished up, wipe her all down, and we'll be ready for some finish. Now I'm going to be using some lily oil. It's 100% natural finish. I love the sheen it's been giving me on some of these projects I've been doing. Now, going to go ahead and use, the white Scotch-Brite pad, or just the white pad. Can't think off the top of my head at the very moment. Go ahead and give her a little mix, and we're going to go ahead and drizzle some of this onto the piece and go ahead and rub her all down with it. And after about 15 minutes or so, once it's all rubbed down, we're going to go ahead and come through and buff it all off, make sure there's no excess sitting on the surface, and then she'll be all finished up and ready to go. I have to admit, a piece really comes alive once you get all the finish situated and applied. Man, does it change just the color and just the sheer looks of it all. I swear this is probably my absolute favorite part of any project, is just putting on that first coat of finish, being able to really see everything pop and come to life. Alright, again, go ahead and speed up the video a little bit here, so that way you don't have to watch me rub down a piece of wood for the next 20-30 minutes. Now I'm going to go ahead and do I'm doing a bit of a rough finish over here in the magnet holding spots and whatnot. I can't really quite get into the small little crevices with the pad, so I'm going to come back through in a little bit with a Q-tip and some finish and kind of dab it up into the corners and everything like that, so that way, everything gets nice and coated well. that this side's all finished up, we're going to go ahead and wait 15 minutes, and then we're going to buff off any excess, that's left over after that 15 minutes. Man, this thing is looking gorgeous. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and buff all of the excess finish off that was left over from the finishing process. Man, did this piece really pop after this finish. Man. This was a lot of fun to do in all reality. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and get started on the bottom now. We're going to go through the same thing. We're going to go up all the grits. We're going to go ahead and polish up to that 4,000 grit again. So feel free to just kind of hang out, relax, and just watch this finishing process. For some reason, the video I had made for showing me putting the finish on here got corrupted, but here's a quick look at it right before I start buffing it out. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and buff out any excess finish like we did the other piece and watch this piece really come to life and shine up here. Now that we're all finished up, we're going to go ahead and assemble these two pieces together. Got the magnets in, and let's go ahead and take a look what this bad boy is going to really look like with it all assembled up. Well, here you go. It's all assembled, finished, and ready to go to its forever home. I believe the client would be really pleased with this one. I think it turned out way better than I could have ever hoped for. Don't mind the horrid lighting in my shop. I gotta get me some better lights to be able to get a better look at pieces, but you can still just see how well this just shined up. Client sent over a few pictures already in use. Well, thank you guys for watching. Like and follow. Thanks.